Hi, and welcome to another edition of What the Farq with me, Lord Farquhar. As always, great to have you back. So, one of the big questions I see, and maybe complaints as well, across the community via Discord and other channels is faction grinding. We're not talking about hostels and 1500s, we're not talking about mines or anything. What we are talking about is, am I leveling up too fast on my factions? Should I dual grind? Should I triple lock? Should I not lock? There's so many different scenarios and different ways that members of the community can play this game. Um, so what I want to do is just go through the different levels for the factions, the mining dailies, the hostile dailies, and where the limitations can be. When you know to just calm down, maybe go down a level rep, and to bring things back into order to make your life easier. I want to say thank you to Ripper, as always. If you do not use stfc.space, make sure to check it out. It's got loads of information with regards to ships and systems and hostiles and events and missions. It's a great read for a little bit of information. The system is really easy to use and you can get that information instantly. So rep grinding. So factions are an interesting one. Many go with one. You normally start opening up factions between, I say, level 8, probably ops 18 to 20, is when you will starting to do the neutral zone missions, which then brings you in to faction space. And you kind of go down a direction of normally the first mission you end up taking, and you make a decision. And most people either go Fed or they go Klingon. There, this is controversial, but there is no right way to start with. The aim of the game is to start building up to get a ship. You can always make changes later on. Not too late, but later on. So let me just bring up this little thing here. So what we find, especially for the new guys, is where is mining. So you're going to start accessing from 2G to 3G, 3-star mines, and you're going to get your mining dailies, and they are going to go up as you increase, which is fine. So what I've done is I put some of the lowest A, each one, the mining totals, and the lowest system for Fed, ROM, and Klingon. As you can see, respected is put in bold. That is where the first lock is. After that, that's when things start to get interesting. And if you need to work out, should I slow down or not? So if we go to celebrated, which is 30 million rep, which isn't too much once you hit that 10 mil, you then got to start mining 4-star material. If you do not have a 3-star territory with that specific mine, then you're going to struggle to complete your dailies. There's no 3-star, it turns to 4-star. But what this 4-star does is it's up in the higher warp systems. And those that are 37 and under, this is locked. Dark space does not open until you are ops 38 plus. And even then, you're still limited by your warp range of your ships and research, etc. So I put down the lowest gas ore, and ore crystal systems, so you can see where you got to get to. So that is one part of it. And mining's mining. If you can got ships big enough that you've got protected cargo up to your limit, so At the moment, I'm sitting at commended 2, and my daily is 125,000 4-star ore. No, 4-star gas. With that, unfortunately, because the way that I play, and I really do not care about mining at all, my protected cargo is 297. That's still under my ops level daily, and it's under my faction daily as well. So I have to run the risk of a slowish miner with a lower protection to try and get that 125. I use my disco to get to warp 75 and stick it there and hope that people just ignore it and I can get it away. I really don't care if it gets hit or not. Like, as long as I can get to my 125, I really don't care. If needs be, we'll do the 50. And do you know what? If I don't miss the 100, who really cares? Because it's mining, but it's a necessity that we all have to do. The bit where most players really kind of struggle at is actually the hostile daily that needs to go. And this one's a little bit more complex. There's a lot of information here, so take a read. So what we've done is you've got each of the rep levels down, and against the faction points again. And what you need to do is daily 1 and daily 2. Daily 1 is always less than daily 2. And also the lowest warp system that you can get a daily 1 hostile in. I've looked at these. There are a couple that you can go to, especially in the lower systems. But what I have done is try to find those that either have explorers or traders. Explorers are the easiest to fight. Traders give the most rep. Simples. Where things get a little bit sticky is when you are moving. So you've got your respected, you moved into celebrated, and you've now got mine 4-star. Okay, that's fine. I can't reach the 4-star, but I know that I can reach these warp 40, that one's warp 31 systems to be able to do my hostile dailies. The big kind of issue for those that are warp 38 and down comes in with admired and esteemed. So from here, you've got different factions have different lowest warp systems. So it's interesting because if you're going cling or you're going fed, then you've got lower systems to hit in. If you're planning on dual faction those and you want to hit ROM, then it's a little bit harder because you've got to get into that dark space territory. The big one is when you are getting to the realms of the 42s and 43s, because these are only available in dark space. And this is where some of the lower players are struggling and maybe are repping up too far. So if they've moved to commended, they've got to go and hit 43s and 42s, which you can't get. You can't go down into Ursova and hit the 41s there. You've got to get up into dark space. You've got to have the warp up into the warp 75s to get these. And this is where people need to look at it and go, yes, I can do my minings, but do I need to pull it back? Do I need to just stay at Esteemed until I have the right ops level based upon the ship distance, the ship warp capabilities to be able to do these? Obviously, there is the workaround that many of us use to get up there. So let's have a look at mine. So my faction at the moment, so I'm leading in Fed, I'm on commended, so I'm just 86 million off glorified, so probably 2 weeks. But if we look at my dailies, so look at that. So daily wise, I have to hit 25 45s I bring up 25 45s, I'm here. So we're talking warp 75 to get to there, to the 44s. So really, to get into that realm, we're talking warp 110, 120, which is beyond my current capabilities. So we have to resort to the capital systems. And it's great because there's an event on at the moment, we can actually see how busy, actually this one's not very busy today, the capital systems. So for those that don't know the capital systems, they produce two types. They produce a heavy, which is this one, and they produce a standard, a non-heavy. A non-heavy can be hit Pipe Moreau Chen. The heavy Klingons, they hit with everything, and they hit you hard. And for me, I say with my 6mm, and it's all right, 6mm jelly, I can do 22 non-heavies, but only 2 heavies. The issue with this is to get my dailies done can take me a whole day. I have to jump between Kronos, I have to jump between Romulus to get the 25 that I need, and then make up the rest on my other factions by going up into the 44 systems, 43, 44 systems, 43 systems, yeah. So this is something to think about when you are pushing for that rep. How busy is your server? Are you one of the first guys up around that 38, 39, 40 range where you've got free reign to go into the capital systems and just hit them? Or are you better off suited being slightly more reserved, waiting your time? She's not very busy at the moment. Waiting your time and working against the ships that you can get to with warp range. That you can... I just went boom, didn't they? You had the wrong crew in, or from there. But at the moment, as you can see, they're actually 39s, 41s, all the way up to 48s and 49s and 50s are sometimes in here. The other thing about your faction grinding, so let's just kind of come into our faction store here, and we see all this really cool stuff, and I'm like, right, okay, yeah, great, I'm a glorified, and I'm a 39. Okay, well, you can't build your Newton until you're 46. You can't build your NA until you're 50. You can't even build a bloody Hydra until you're 41. So play that try to reserve yourself. Play at the level where you feel comfortable that you can do your dailies quickly. If you've got time all day to sit in one of the capital systems and wait, you go for it. But the majority of us just want to go up to a system, hit 25 ships, and come back. As always, don't forget to like and share. Make sure to make a comment in the section below. And if you've got any content like this done, that a member of the community came to me for, if you've got any content, get in touch via Discord. Now have announcements as well. And yeah, let's do this. Keep well, keep safe, and I will see you again on another What the Farq.